Alright guys, there was a data download this morning introducing part 2 of this campaign. It's been really quiet on global, but it is that time of year. Not too much to do. The type EZAs did drop a few days ago. I still need to make videos on them, but I will get around to doing that. But finally, we are getting the EZA for SSJ3 GOKU, which should be here this Friday. Also as well, there's a legendary summon on right now. This is literally just a filler banner. This has the Tree of Might Goku, Golden Frieza, and Janemba on the banner. Literally nothing of worth. It also has discounts, which I can't lie, the discounts are good, but it's literally just there to sink your stones before the anniversary. But I don't have to tell you, stay away. Literally stay away from that banner. The other thing that came was quite a surprise last night and after the data download is Gotenks, who literally the transforming INT Gotenks, who just got an EZA on JP only a few days ago, is also getting his EZA at the same time as SSJ3 on global. So we're getting this EZA a lot earlier than what we initially would. Of course, this has everything to do with the global and JP sync up. This is probably just to make sure that by the time we are meant to be fully synced up in summer by worldwide, the latest, that content-wise, we're fully in line with JP. Now, today has been revealed that JP are getting an LR Ginyu Force, a summonable one. 3 LR Ginyu Force units, you know, but a new summonable LR Ginyu Force unit. My thing with that is, I reckon at some point, in terms of summonable units, I reckon Global and JP won't be fully synced up. There'll probably be a few units here and there that Global are missing, but then they could easily just drop a step up banner or kind of cram content in, like, in a few months to kind of catch us up. But content-wise, anything that you can grind through the game, they are making sure we're getting that fully ready, fully in sync, nothing left, all ready to go by worldwide this year. We're also getting the 49th World Tournament, which we knew we were getting anyway because of the recent Dokkan Awakenings and EZAs that are coming from this. I think we're like 1 or 2 World Tournaments behind JP, and then we're fully good to go. So that's pretty much all the important stuff coming in part 2 of this celebration. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the SSJ3 GOKU EZA details and also Gotenks EZA details, and you can let me know down in the comments if you're excited for the EZAs. Are you looking forward to it? What do you think of them down in the comments? So first we have Goku, one of the oldest units in the game to finally receive an EZA. And after EZAing, he will lead Super Tech types with Ki plus 4, HP attack and defense plus 120. Extreme Tech types will get Ki plus 3, HP and attack and defense plus 90%. On 12 Ki, he will stack attack by 50%. On your raised defense by 30% for 1 turn, cause colossal damage and have a high chance of stunning. On 18 Ki, he will massively raise attack. So he'll stack attack by 100%. One thing this SSJ3 GOKU has always had and still has with his EZA is damage, and a lot of it. He'll still raise defense by just 30% on super. He'll cause Megacloth damage to the enemy and massively lower defense as well. At the start of turn, he's getting attack plus 59% and defense plus 200%. This is one thing he was majorly lacking, was defense. And gain an additional attack and defense plus 120 when performing a super attack. He will reduce damage received by 50% within the turn before the character performs an ultra super attack. So if you perform an 18 Ki super, he will lose the 50% damage reduction. So we have that as long as you haven't supered yet. He'll have his damage reduction. Once you do that, bang, it's gone. Which, to be fair, he could actually go in slot 1 in some instances, you know, especially with the longer content coming from the 9th anniversary Shadow Dragon event. You could kind of keep him there in the early stages, the early phases of those events, while the enemy's slowly getting more difficult, if you really wanted to. So the option is there. Obviously, I wouldn't keep him there. But just remember, once you super attack, that damage reduction is gone. He also disables the attacked enemy's action once within the turn, plus an additional attack plus 200% when performing an ultra super attack as well. Again, big damage coming from this Goku as always. By the way, that disable enemy's attack action is literally once only. Key plus 2 up to 6, and an additional attack plus 20% up to 59% of each super attack performed. He also performs a critical hit once only, plus an additional key plus 7 attack plus 59% within the same turn when HP is 59% or less and facing only one enemy at the start of turn, starting from the 6th turn from the character's entry turn, which getting to the 6th turn really isn't uncommon. You can kind of do it in Fusion Zamasu more often than not. You know, even then, Shadow Dragon Omega, again, 9th anniversary content's a bit on the longer side. JP just got... Everyone thought it was like the Freezer event. I think it's called like Freezer Rush or something. Again, could be on the longer side. So getting up to the 6th turn or past it at this point in Dokkan really isn't that uncommon compared to what we're used to on Global, Fusion's Mastery being so short. And also facing one enemy is easy because every difficult piece of content in the game is facing one enemy. He's a very, very strong EZA, and I said one thing he definitely does, which is what he always does, especially stacking on his 12 keys, so dupes are going to be massive here. He's only going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Then we have the INT GOTENKS, and we've got the base, Super Saiyan, and Super Saiyan 3 to go through. So after EZAing, he will lead Special Pose with Key plus 4, HP and Attack and Defense plus 170, or Youth with Key plus 3 and HP and Attack and Defense plus 170. He does raise attack by 30% for one turn, and will greatly raise defense by 50% for 3 turns. I like this a lot. Cause immense damage to the enemy. He starts with Key plus 2 and attack and defense plus 200%. Bear in mind, he still has 2 more transformations. He gains an additional attack plus 50% when performing a super attack. He has a 50% chance of launching an additional super attack, which is very nice combined with this SA effect. He also has a 50% chance of evading enemies' attack as well. Gains an additional chance of evading enemies' attack plus 10% within the same turn after evading as well. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is actually my first time going through Gotenks' details. I kind of glossed over him when I saw he was announced on JP and just thought I'll leave it fresh when he comes on Global. Obviously not expecting him to come so soon, but he kind of has a lot under his belt. Additional dodge, builds up dodge chance every time he dodges, and that started at 50%. Again, he transforms 2 more times. So you could go like 60, 70% if he actually, you know, if you got lucky enough as well. Maybe this is why on Twitter I saw people going full dodge builds so they can maybe build this up like even quicker. Plus an additional defense plus 50% as well, performing a super attack for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. Transforms when conditions are met, which is transforms from the 3rd turn from the start of battle, which this SA effect pretty much kind of plays into, kind of keeping him safe before he transforms. Then when he goes into Super Saiyan, he will raise attack by 30% for 1 turn still. He'll greatly raise defense by 50% for 4 turns now and cause immense damage and have a 70% chance to stunning. So this continues on. He starts the turn with Key plus 2 and attack and defense plus 250%. And then gains an additional attack plus 50%, an additional high chance of attack plus 50%, and a 30% chance of performing a critical hit and performing a super attack. So now he has additional crit and dodge all built in, along with building dodge chance. Again, these are technically new to me because I didn't actually go through his details when he got it on JP. So now he has a 70% chance of launching an additional super attack, which again with this is very nice, a good combination. He still has that 50% chance to dodge, so that hasn't gone up. But instead now he gains an additional chance of evading enemies' attack plus 20% within the same turn after evading attack. That means if he dodges once, and don't forget he's an int unit, so he'll have 5 dodge for free on top of this. If he dodges once, he automatically goes up to a 70% chance to dodge. And we've seen 70% chance to dodge units. More often than not, they are dodging. And if he dodges twice, he could almost guarantee dodge. And I saw a lot of argument between who's better, Kefla or Gotenks, because they're very similar. I think Kefla's stronger. She's a lot of fun to use. Love using her EZA. I think she's stronger, potentially. Maybe. Gotenks' versatility in this, dare I say, maybe may make him better. He also has a 50% chance of recovering 30% HP at the start of turn starting from the 4th turn for the character's entry turn. As I said, he has a lot in his bag. He has a lot going on for him, a lot of versatility. So now when you get to SSJ3, he will greatly raise attack and defense for 4 turns by 50%, cause immense damage and have a 70% chance of stunning. He'll start the turn with Key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 300%. He'll also gain an additional attack plus 100% and a 50% chance of performing a critical hit when performing a super attack. He will launch an additional super attack guaranteed. So the 100% in 1 turn on super attack is very nice. You'll also have a 70% chance of dodging now. And he still keeps the additional chance of evading enemies' attack plus 20%. So that means literally you dodge once and Gotenks will have a 90% chance to dodge. That's almost guaranteed dodge. If you get lucky enough and he dodges twice, you have guaranteed dodge for the rest of the turn. And he also performs a critical hit for 1 turn from the character's entry turn. So that means when you first get him transformed into SSJ3, he'll have a guaranteed crit. Can't lie, he's good. I can see why there was arguments being made of who's a better unit or who's a better EZA, him or Kefla. And as I said, Kefla is strong. I love using Kefla. She's a great EZA. But I think with how much Gotenks has in his bag to use from an additional, from crit, from dodge, building up dodge chance, especially 20%, I think Gotenks maybe is better because, as I said, he has a lot more in his bag. He has a lot more to use. Like almost guaranteed dodge. Let's not forget as well, this form will be this strong just because obviously you have to transform starting from the 3rd turn, then transform again, then finally get him out. But again, a lot of the content, difficult content in the game, you know, where units are being tested out, we're going on the longer side. So, you know, getting him into SSJ3 really won't be that uncommon once the 9th anniversary content is on global. Once we find out what Freezer Rush is, you know, if it's like Legendary Goku and Vegeta event, it's going to go through all his forms, which again works out for like longer performing units. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. He looks really good. I actually cannot wait to try him out. Again, these details are new to me because I never checked these. Still need to do videos on the type supports and I'll be getting on that. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care, have a good rest of your day, and peace.